Hi guys, my name is Kelsey.
And my name is Becky.
And we're the Sorry Girls.
And welcome to the unofficial start of Plant Week.
If you guys don't know, sometimes we do weeks like wedding week or a pet week or a gift week or dude week where we do a whole bunch of DIYs that kind of relate together.
It's not an official week because we're not doing something on every day on every platform, but everything we do post this week is plant themed. So today we're going to show you how to make some not expensive, super cute plant holders, plant stands.
On Wednesday, tomorrow, on the vlog channel, you get to see a plant tour. A lot of you have been asking for this. How are our plants doing? How have they grown? What plants do we have? So that'll be incorporated into the vlog. Make sure you subscribe to the vlog channel.
And then on Thursday this week, we have a lifestyle /
Survivor.
Figuring out if something works or not, and it's related to plants, so make sure you subscribe to this channel so you don't miss that one either.
Thursday's video. I'm excited. All right, so should we just get into today's awesome DIYs? They are awesome.
They're really, really good. Okay, so first up, I'm going to show you how to make a super simplified version of a macrame hanging planter. It's not really macrame, but it kind of has that same effect, and it's super easy to do. You don't have to worry about any knots or anything. So start by getting whatever pot you want. This is a plastic white one we got off Amazon. We can link it below. Really whatever is the size of the plant you want to put into it. Make sure it's not too heavy because we're hanging it, so plastic is a good option for this. We're gonna put this in last though, so let's start with making the actual hanging part. So to do this, we are using some basic macrame rope. You can get it from the craft store. And we're also using this D-ring, or you can use just a circle ring, also from the craft store or the hardware store. And we are also going to use this cord. You can get it in any fun color you want, but we went for these neutrals because that's kind of our vibe. So you're going to need 4 pieces in total that you will double up. So whatever you make the length of them, half of that is how long it's going to be. So I want a 5-foot hanging pot, so I'm going to cut 4 10-foot ropes. So let's get cutting. Probably should use a fabric measuring tape if you have one. 10 feet, isn't it? And we'll just do that 3 more times. Okay, now that all my rope is cut out, so I have 4 pieces that are twice as long as I want them to be, if that makes sense. Just take them all and double them in half, like this. And then you can take your ring and slide it up into the center. Like so. Okay, so when we tie this all together, we're gonna use this colorful string as like a finishing effect so it looks really pretty and put together. But to actually hold it really tight in place, we're gonna start with wire. This is just basic, I'm not sure what gauge wire, but something that's thick enough that it will hold but easy enough to bend. So I'm gonna cut a piece and wrap it right around here really tight to hold it in place so that the rope doesn't slip. So once the wire is on, I'm gonna start with the rope. So I use hot glue to glue the top of the rope to the top. I wrapped it around a bunch of times until it felt secure, until it was thick enough, and started it again with the brown. Wrapped it all the way down, glued it in place, and cut it off. That's the top finish. Now for the bottom, we're basically doing the exact same thing, but I want to leave out, I think, about 1 foot of tail, just for aesthetics reasons, and you can do this tail as short as long as you want as well. So I'm going to mark off 1 foot, and then do another wrap like 1 foot up with the wire and the rope again. Basically the same thing. And before you move on to this step, it's really important that you make sure that you comb through your strands so that when you get to the bottom, they're all lying in the same position that they are up here and they're not crossing any other pieces of rope, because then when you go to hang it on your planter, it just won't look cute. They'll be like knotted pieces. Once you have your rope all knotted off at the top and the bottom and it's all secure in place, now we're ready to put the pot in. So since this isn't a traditional macrame and there's not a bunch of knots in the middle, we're gonna do an added step just for security. We're going to actually glue the ropes to the side of the pot just to really make sure that it doesn't fall out, because we don't want that to be messy. So to do this, take your pot, flip it upside down, and then go from the bottom of your rope, open up all the ropes, and place it in the center of the pot. Conveniently, this pot actually has like a plastic dot in the middle, so that's how we know where the middle is. Once you find the middle, place your rope here in the center, and then we're gonna glue the ropes down the side with some super glue. So once this is all taped in place, let your glue fully harden for the amount it says. Ours is 24 hours. And once that's dry, it's good to hang.
We're gonna show you how to make a super easy plant stand out of something that costs $3. Guys, this is I think they're mostly used for tomatoes, but any kind of viney fruit plant thing that you're planting in your garden and you want to protect it or give it some strength, you use one of these garden plant stands, trestles. These are only a couple of dollars when a regular plant stand, they're like hundreds. So you wanna pick up one of these. First thing we're going to do is just chop off these top bits because we don't need these. We don't need you. So with this kind of plant stand, you are going to need to find a pot that fits perfectly and won't slide down. If you do want to use a bigger pot, it's cool, you can just cut here and then you'll have this other size. And depending on what kind of trestle you get, there could be like 4 circles that you have to choose from. And you'll need a pot that has like a slight angle to it that isn't straight, otherwise it's gonna just go straight through. So really the last step is to prime and paint this. You're probably gonna wanna use a spray paint because that's the easiest way to get in all these nooks and crannies. We now have our spider plant here in our pot and done. Ding.
Okay, so next up we're gonna show you how to make an adorable way to hold your plants on a wall that also doubles as a shelf. This is great if you've run out of floor space to put plants, like myself. So to do this, we're gonna start with a piece of wood. This is a 1x5 pine wood. Pine is super inexpensive, and it's 6 feet long. So I'm gonna start by cutting 4 pieces out of this that will fit together nicely to form a rectangle. You could do a square, a triangle, whatever you want, as long as there's a flat piece on the bottom. So I used a circular saw and adjusted it to be on a 45-degree angle. This is good because then when I make my cuts, everything fits together nicely and looks a bit more professional. So I have all my 4 pieces cut out here, and before I do any sanding or final touches on the wood, I want to put the hole in the middle for the pot. So this is the pot I'm going to be using. It's a little terracotta pot, and you'll need one of these fancy drill bits from the hardware store. Don't be intimidated though, it's just a regular drill bit, but it happens to have a attachment on the front that cuts holes into wood. So you want to make sure that you pick up one that is slightly smaller than your pot so that your pot fits in the hole but then gets stuck. That's why you need a terracotta pot that goes on an angle, because if it's a straight-sided pot, it will just fall through. So I'm going to attach this to the drill, and then on my long piece that will be on the bottom, I'm going to put a hole directly in the center. So that was actually very easy to do. It was a bit hard to get it started, but once it was going, so easy, and it makes a perfect little hole. So I tested it with this aloe pot, and while this does fit in there fine, we actually found in our stashes of many pots this even tinier one that fits so perfectly. The rim just sits there nicely, so I think we'll use this one instead. Next step is just sanding all the pieces I have, making sure it's nice and smooth, and then we can assemble. So I'm just using some regular wood glue, going around all the corners, and then taping it up tightly to dry. And for added security, I added 4 of these L-shaped brackets onto each corner to hold the corners in place. And lastly, I added this picture hanging hardware onto the top of the shelf so we can hang it on the wall. So my wall shelf is complete, and it's so cute, and it looks very professional. Can't wait to style it with a little plant and maybe like some keys, or not a candle. You guys told us this last time, no candle inside wood shelves. I learned my lesson.
All right, thank you guys so much for tuning into today's video, a part of Plant Week.
Tell me which one of the planters was your favorite below, and if you're gonna try any of them.
Oh my gosh, there's like such good ones, so useful, so necessary.
So affordable. That tomato planter though.
Stand, oh my gosh.
So good.
Not only is this Plant Week, but also, as you guys know, we do lots of plant videos all the time, so we will link those below if you want some more plant-themed things, and we'll see you tomorrow on the vlog channel.
We have a tutorial on that famous mid-century modern plant stand that I'm sure you guys love. If you haven't seen that, we can link that below too.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure you give it a like.
And if you love it, make sure you sub it.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye. Bye.